following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. A beautiful fake. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First and 10 at the
Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Purdy on a sneak. And he is going to have a Niners first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
First down.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
McCaffrey going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Throwing here, Purdy. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Purdy. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the young rookie out of Notre Dame.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Operating from the gun, Leonard. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That one finds Pierce right side. And he's brought down. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Leonard. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's another Colts first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Leonard. Now he's going to step up and run. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
For a Colts first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line, so if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
They win. Abdullah. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and sneak it here. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So a big call there on their opening drive. They go for it on 4th and goal. It pays off.
And I think, Brandon, they were feeling like they needed to match that touchdown on the other end. They didn't want to give them an advantage by kicking a field goal and being down here at the outset.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming out.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Purdy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Ricky Pearsall with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Leonard. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Leonard finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Back deep for the Niners, Sky Moore. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Out right to Bourne. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Throw left side complete. That's Jennings. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Shotgun now with Purdy. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
A loss of 5 on the play.
Jordan Elliott,
3rd and 15.
the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to have the first down and then some. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun now on third down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Open man, the tight end Tonjes.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
79 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And this will be taken at the 13. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Colts coming out now.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start with a give to Taylor.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We often give credit to the O-line. There, 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 6.
Looking to throw.
Leonard. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Now Purdy.
Got the connection here to Bourne.
Purdy's pass complete to Kendrick Bourne. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Purdy.
Completes it to Jennings. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 41. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Purdy on the sneak. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to throw. Leonard. That's complete to Pierce. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They go play action here on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's one. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Looking to throw. Leonard. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
This is Jennings. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Purdy.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Oh, look at the juke. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Colts taking the field again, running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Leonard. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Leonard.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A short one there, caught by Warren. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second and 6. Back to throw. Leonard. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Down the field, he's got Warren. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
7-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Leonard. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Taken at the goal line. Oh, able to avoid him. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Looking to put a drive together.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Leonard. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Returning it is Moore. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Motion to the left with Jennings. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Purdy.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Purdy bootlegging it. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. 3rd and 7 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Leonard. That complete to Downs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to Taylor on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Leonard looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. Down the left sideline. And down to the 16-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
On the counter, it's Taylor. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun on third down, Leonard. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They go with the option on fourth down, left side. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on fourth down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more, saw it there, did not work out. Turnover on downs. Purdy off the play fake. Connects with Kittle underneath. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's Purdy. Open man is born. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, 49ers.
They go play action here. Purdy. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Shotgun now with Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, up the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, San Francisco.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Third down.
Purdy now to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run once more with Taylor. And he's got room. Now inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for Indy. 51 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Groupie for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Gets past one man. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now Purdy. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. It'll be a gain of 5. And now third down and 6 to go.
Brings up third and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards, first down Niners.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Second and a couple. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Purdy on the sneak. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the 32-yard line.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Back to throw, Purdy. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he holds it in the end zone. Touchdown. San Francisco. Juwan Jennings, 32 yards. And the 49ers have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Niners.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Looking to throw. Leonard. A short one there, caught by Warren. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Leonard. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Colts. First down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Left side, he finds Pierce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Now he'll try to run with this. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got Pierce. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Operating from the gun, Leonard. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. They juked him and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. And a 49er first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring up 2nd down. There it is. The defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Play action. Now Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Ricky Pearsall. Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Purdy will look to throw again here. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score,
A drive that time of 6 plays.
17.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Looking to put a drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
This 2nd and 4. Now again to Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They go play action here on 1st down. And this taken in by Downs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Niners' 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Delivers another one to Pierce.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Now 2nd and 3. Off play action. Leonard. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Leonard. That one finds Pierce right side. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 4th down, on his groupie to try the field goal.
He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
2nd down and 8. Throwing here, Purdy.
And he goes out right around the 39. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here is 3rd and 5. Purdy from the gun.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that one
hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. A give for Taylor running right side. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Leonard. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Purdy looking to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Purdy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Colts now down 28-20, 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Throwing to start the drive. Leonard. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Leonard. That complete to Downs. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
13 yards on the play. And the Colts, 1st down.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense. Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
At the 23-yard line.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's a loss of 3.
They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
3rd and 5.
Here's 3rd down and 5. They'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game. So it's a win for the Niners here, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, if this was a hockey game, he'd be the #1 star of the night without a doubt. He finished with 4 touchdown passes and just seemed to get stronger and stronger as the night went on.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody, from Indianapolis.